Okay, press away time. Let's just hurry up and wrap this case up. Heard all about the case from Justine Darling here. Had I committed the murder, it would have taken place inside the holding cell. But I couldn't have moved the body. This one. You never went into the prison. Do you have proof of this? My. Can't you wait for me to finish? Oh, I thought there'd be much more to that. Come and work up until the show. I was stuck in my office. You were in your office the whole time. Nothing strange happened? Nope, nothing at all. Were you looking for something? I'm not too good at tidying up. I always forget where I put everything. Like the weights, which is probably why you couldn't hide them properly. The other day, I even lost track of an important piece of evidence. You mean the weights? How could you have made such a grave error? If someone were to take something from me, I wouldn't even notice it the entire year. Oh, what a bullshit lie to get out of the fact that, you know, the key, you're gonna say the key was stolen. I guess it will be hard to attack with the key to the breaker room. On the day of the incident, I was working in my office and searching for lost items. In other words, I couldn't have gone to the prison. You didn't need to! And fine, there's no record of me entering the prison. Did not enter the prison from the entrance. But what if there was another route? Oh my, are you suggesting something like a secret passage? Oh, it's no secret. It's very, well known about, although anyone who's not a prisoner never really goes into it. I don't know if anything like that exists. It is my firm belief you did possess an alternate route. That route was neither the entrance nor a secret passage. Oh, and also, I just got thinking, if she dug that tunnel to Jailbird's room in advance, then what that probably means is that she was planning to kill Knightley. And what that would mean is, what does that mean? I still don't know her motive. The only really thing I can see is that they're both part of some, like, syndicate thing. Using that word. Been watching Darker Than Black. Just finished it, actually. The ending was... Honestly, the ending left me with a very weird feeling. Usually, I finish a show and I either love the ending or hate the ending. There's no middle ground with me. But this hit that never-before-existent middle ground. I can't really point out any major flaws with it, or even many minor flaws with it, and yet I didn't find it that enjoyable. It just kind of happened. There wasn't really anything wrong with it, but I don't really think it was all that enjoyable. So, it's weird. Anyways. Whoa, the route you used, that came out of nowhere. The warden's office.
Take that.
You moved through here to enter the... What? The warden's office. What? Wait, what's going on? What's the question here? I'm confused. I don't know what the question here is. I wasn't paying attention, I guess? To get to the prison from the warden's office without using the entrance or tunnel. Get to the prison from the warden's office without using the entrance or tunnel. The only way possible is by going through that place. Do I try that again? That was just... Shut up. I'll try it again then. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. I thought they were asking how she could have transported the body. And the answer is the warden office. Because she didn't need to go to the prison! Ah! Let's get back to that last statement. Clearly it's the thing that you need to do. Couldn't move the body, I never went into the prison. I believe it's this one? Blah 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 blah. The route you used was from here. Okay, so yeah, this caught me up. Like, this wasn't specific. I assumed they were talking about how did you get to the thing, without going to the thing. And I'm like, well, you didn't need to go into the thing, because you had the thing that you could go between, different center and courtyard. You never had to enter the prison. But, well, let's say you did enter the prison. I guess you'd be with the passageway, right? What, does that count as the entrance? I'm confused. What counts as the entrance? Does this count as the entrance? Or does this count as the entrance? I really couldn't tell you. The courtyard? That would be how you could get into the prison, right? I don't know if there's any detectors.
Take that!
The barbed wire fence. You would have moved nightly to your office first. This office leads directly to the garden side of the courtyard. If you had moved through here and past the barbed wire fence, you would have arrived at the prison without passing through the entrance or a tunnel. I didn't even know that counted as the prison, but okay. Haha, I wonder what Mr. Edgeworth is saying. Haven't you noticed? There's a high voltage current running through the fence. You turned it off last night. Obviously she couldn't have passed through like that. The current to the fence could be switched off at the breaker room. And you were the only one who had the key, Warden Roland. Most amusing, however, the break room is located on the prison side of the courtyard. How would the warden have accessed it from the detention center? Ah, quite right. Got you there, Mr. Edgeworth. That's... If there's no record of her passage through the prison entrance, it would not have been possible for her to turn off the fence's breaker. Unless she did it beforehand? Like the day before? Or, wait, what day are we talking about here? This is the day that she killed... Oh, if it's the day she killed him, then no. She did have to... She used an animal then, right? Well, no. Oh! Alligator! The alligator has the key in its mouth. She gave the alligator the key beforehand for the purpose of setting up the story this way. So that... And I guess she trained the alligator to flip the switch. Yeah, she set it up like this on purpose to make it look like it was impossible for her to do this. But I bet you anything, the key is in the alligator's mouth. Don't let this faze you, Miles. But if I don't have a solution for this, she'll get away. I have a solution. Now, Uncle Ray never said don't think, you know. It's not good to be so stubborn about it, that's all. But no matter how you think about it, Warden Roland couldn't have done this alone. Oh, she had an accomplice. An animal accomplice. Well, technically I don't think it counts as an animal. I don't know how the technicalities work. A reptile? Nah. Prosecutor Edgeworth, if you have failed to come up with a new possibility, and I do have one, by the way. I am not amused. Interrupting my judgment only to be silent? Without thinking, I just blurted out objection. I have to answer. I won't let this end here. You do that a lot, don't you? My reasoning is not over yet. So how did she use the breaker without leaving the detention center? She used a good old Allie. With this method, is Allie in my evidence? Her position as the warden. She had an accomplice. She did have an accomplice, though. Okay. It was indeed impossible for one person, but what if there were two? Exactly! Just what I expected from you, Miles. Yes, you had an accomplice on the prison side. Enough. I am disappointed in you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. What's up, pal? You making fun of Mr. Edgeworth? Now she's gonna say her spiel about how none of the prisoners should have entered because their bracelets would have went off, even though probably saw it, could have, but then we're gonna ignore that and be like it was the alligator. The inmates of this prison all wear bracelets. If they try and go where they please, they'll set off the alarm. Ah! So you've noticed. This is a prison after all. Not only the prisoners, but the guards too are under constant security. So why didn't anyone notice Elbert? The only ones allowed to move around freely are the animals. And they certainly could not have used the breaker. You don't know that. Anubis could have totally used the breaker. And I think Allie could have too. Also Sawhit. It might be that we're going towards Saw It instead of Allie. I don't know. But it's still possible that person did it. Excluding the inmates and the guards, just what kind of person would you say he was? A very feeble person. We can't exclude the inmates and guards just yet. There was only one person. One whose movement was not restricted. This evidence shows that there was someone in the prison who could have moved around freely. Oh, so it's not Allie. It's just, Saw It being his usual douchebag self. Cool. Looks like the bracelet worn by the prisoners. This belongs to a certain model inmate, and it's broken. What? Just who on earth does this belong to? Frank Saw It, the warden's favorite inmate. Ah! Don't you think it's strange? He managed to keep this hidden while he moved around freely in his daily prison life. Golly, when you think about it, it shouldn't be possible. Bitch! I'd hazard a guess that this was because he was a special case. Just like Sir Hendogan in the special cell. The prosecutor's statement is mere conjecture. Oh, it is not mere conjecture at all. It is very backed conjecture. You can find out by simply asking Saw It himself. It is my firm belief that Mr. Saw It and Warden Roland were partners in crime. Due to their collaboration, another route surfaces. The real route by which Knightley's body was moved to the prison. There were two obstacles that needed to be dealt with. The security camera in front of Knightley's cell, and the electric fence in the courtyard. Both these problems could have been solved with a single stroke. By having Saw It switch off the breakers in the breaker room. Oh, what now? Mr. Edgeworth, could you wait one moment? No, I really just want to get past this case. You still deny it? I give in. I confess. You confess? Okay, now what's she confessing to? It's not the murder, obviously. Yes, it's just as he says. Frank Saw It and I were partners in crime. No way! You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, what, you're gonna say he committed it? Well done, Miles. At last, we have the real culprit cornered. Like Mr. Edgeworth said, Frank operated the breaker, but we were not responsible for Knightley's murder. Oh, of course. What's your bullshit this time? What? Warden Roland, whatever do you mean? Judge Courtney, would the goddess of law hear my confession? The goddess of law is merciful. She will absolve you. I was being threatened. Oh, fuck you! That's why. I had no choice but to do as I was told. Who was threatening you? Sir Hendogan? Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. It's probably the other way around. You have dirt on him, and that's why he did your bidding for you and moved the body. Unless you put the sweet scent on him on purpose so that the dog would get the body? Maybe. It's been going on since that man came to the prison. Decent excuse, but I know it's untrue. I'll never forget that day. When we were both alone, he suddenly said to me, I have many dogs outside the prison. Dogs? Loyal dogs who obey my every command. I soon realized that what Dogan referred to were not really dogs, but his human henchmen. And that's not all he said. You'd better watch how you treat me, if you don't want you and your family to become dog food. I had no choice. I gave him the special cell. I gave him anything he desired. Anything he desired? You don't mean the supplier? That's right. Anything he ordered, I would deliver to him. An underground dealership. I was the one who went over Frankie. It was simple. I just offered him special privileges within the prison. And these underground dealings? Once a week, in the middle of the night, Frankie would shut off 2 of the breakers, so I could move from my office to the courtyard without being seen by the security camera. I would go past the fence and drop the goods down the well near the prison. Oh, okay, so never mind, it wasn't necessarily a premeditated murder.